Today I'm going to be making overnight oats, and you may have seen it as Bircher Muesli. So Bircher Muesli and overnight oats are actually exactly the same thing. So I'm going to be showing you how I make my base muesli so that it's healthy and it's going to keep you going when you do eat it. So it's a great one to prep in advance. You make it's called overnight oats because you can make it the night before. You do all the hard work, and then in the morning when you're pressed for time, you've got something healthy and nutritious to grab with you. So it's a question of having the right ingredients, and then they all go into the bowl, and it's going to be very easy to put together. So what are those ingredients? The key one is oats. Any oats, doesn't have to be fancy, just cheap, good quality whole grain oats, certainly not refined. And then it's a question of proportion. So if you're using 1 cup of oats, then it's 2 cups of liquid. So I'm using milk here, and this is actually cow's milk, but you can use any milk you like. So you can use coconut milk, almond milk, any other nut milk, or even oat milk as well. You can also use water, where it'll be a little bit thinner in taste, but that's really down to personal preference. And then I'm also going to be using an orange juice, which will give it a little bit of sweetness and a little bit more tang, which I think adds to the overall taste. The other key ingredient is actually the natural yogurt, and it's better to use a Greek yogurt if you've got access to that, because that's going to have a higher protein content. If something has a higher protein content, it's going to keep you going for that bit longer, so it's just going to be a little bit more of a sustaining snack or breakfast. So we've got Greek yogurt, and then we've got grated apple, which is going to add some texture and some tang to that. And then the 2 ingredients that I like to use to almost supercharge your porridge, your overnight oats, is flaked almonds. So you've got extra fibre and extra protein from the nuts, and then chia seeds, which is going to add in again more fibre and again more protein, but actually also some healthy anti-inflammatory omega-3s. So really by including all of this, you're going to have a really supercharged breakfast that is actually going to keep you going. And the last bit of flavour I always like to add in is some ground cinnamon. So it's simply a case of adding everything in and then putting it into the fridge overnight, ready to use in the morning.